It's time for City Beat, your source for all the latest news on the city of Thompson. Only on 102.9 CHTM, your radio station.
Good morning and welcome to City Beat here on 102.9 CHTM. I'm Monika and my guest is Mayor Dennis Fenske. Welcome back to the studio, Dennis.
Morning, Monika.
So I just want to remind listeners that we will take your questions at 677-8181 or email us at CHTM@arcticradio.ca. So first, it's been your second week as mayor. How's that been going?
Really well, actually. We started off with Monday with the inaugural meeting of council. And at that time, I want to pass on thanks to Elder Jack Robinson for presenting the prayer and to Judge Elaine Hupido for swearing us all in. So it was a good evening for family and friends and residents. Really big turnout, which was good to see. As a result of that meeting, we named our committee chairs and committee council reps and the deputy mayor. Deputy mayor is Penny Byer, Councillor Penny Byer, now deputy mayor. On finance and admin, we have Councillor Kathy Valentino and Councillor Duncan Wong. Human Resources, we have Councillor Colleen Smook and Councillor Blake Ellis. Public Works and Infrastructure, we have Councillor Ron Matichuk and Councillor Duncan Wong. Public Safety, we have Councillor Blake Ellis and Councillor Judy Collada. Recreation and Community Services, we have Councillor Dennis Foley and Councillor Kathy Valentino. Legislative and Intergovernmental Affairs, we have Deputy Mayor Penny Byer and Councillors Kathy Valentino and Colleen Smook. And Development Review, we have Councillors Judy Collada and Deputy Mayor Penny Byer. And as norm for our organizational bylaw, the mayor sits on all committees. And so that was the event on Monday. And it was, like I say, well attended, and we're looking forward to the next 4 years.
That's good. Now that you're officially sworn in as mayor, does it make it feel like the job is truly yours? Does it more feel official?
Still getting used to people saying or calling me the mayor. It's just a new transition. But overall, administration has been fantastic in regards to the transition for myself and for council in general. We had a great organizational meeting or workshop on previous Saturday. It was facilitated by Ernie Epp, a former Northern Manitoba CAO in Leaf Rapids, now in Morden. Did a really good job. So I think we're all in all we're off on a right step.
Perfect. And so as you mentioned, you've appointed the positions for the committee chairs. What sort of challenges do you think the committee chairs will be maybe facing for the year?
Well, I think the biggest challenge will be the learning curve. As you know, we have 6 new councillors, and 5 of them are chairs of committees. So that will be a learning curve. The first actual meeting is this afternoon at 2 o'clock for Public Works. They'll be meeting at the Mary Fenske boardroom at the TRCC, and that's chaired by Councillor Ron Matichuk. So yeah, the first 2 months will be a learning curve for all councillors, and administration is stepping up in providing great background information and that. So that will be the challenge, basically learning how the ropes are, what our positions are. We move right into budget deliberations and then at the end of this month. So as I said before, it's a steep learning curve, but I'm sure that all of them are up to the task.
Okay. Now, in an effort to engage the public, last week the city had a poll in regards to R.D. Parker speed limits on Thompson Drive. The survey closed last Friday. Have you had a chance to look at what residents have said so far?
No, I haven't, but the Public Safety Committee, which meets next Thursday, a week today actually, they will be reviewing the results of that survey, and then they will make a recommendation to council to bring forth on any changes in the current bylaw from that. So I understand we had a really good response, I think over 800 responses, so that's a good, fair indication that there's interest, and we're talking specifically about the speed zone in front of the R.D. Parker Collegiate, and so I'm looking forward to hearing what Public Safety has to say in regards to that review and that input from the general public, and then we'll discuss that in an open forum at the next council meeting as well.
Okay. Now, over the weekend, you met with now former Justice Minister Andrew Swan. What was the outcome of that meeting, and do you think him resigning from the position will have any effect on what the two of you spoke about? Well,
first off, it was sad to see him resign. The current provincial government is in a bit of a changeover, and that's moving forward. As far as our discussion with Minister Swan, it was based on the Community Safety Officer program. The legislation is already in place, so we're moving that ahead. I don't see any interruption in the delivery of that program. Now the new minister, Alum, has been appointed. We will be meeting with him during the AMM conference November 24th, 25th, and 26th. So we'll get a chance to sit down and confirm our previous discussion with Minister Swan moving forward, and I don't see any interruption in that.
Okay. Now, this week we got our first real snowfall,
Yes,
which
we did.
affected transit in the morning. Would you be able to maybe say why it happened and how the city is planning to prepare so that this wouldn't be a regular occurrence throughout the winter?
Well, basically, it's a safe operations move in that the type of weather we received was a very fast freeze with moisture, not a lot of snowfall. So the roads were extremely icy and slippery. They continue to be that. And so in the magnitude of safety, we were advised to shut down the bus operations until we could get our Sanders on and make the streets a little safer. And on that note, I just want to encourage people that are driving and walking. I noticed going into the TRCC yesterday that it's very icy, and we've been sanding and salting there as well. But just be careful. It is the season. We have this morning is minus 20 degrees, so we have a fast freeze, which is good for the lakes, but not so good for roads in that aspect. So just be safe. We have sanders on the streets. We did have the graders running to remove the little snow that we had, but now we're into the winter season. The nice autumn that we have is behind us, so prepare yourself and be safe.
Good reminders. Remembrance Day is this upcoming Tuesday. What is the city planning to do to honor the day?
The annual Remembrance Day ceremony will be at the TRCC in the CA Nesbitt Arena on November 11th, 10 a.m. So get there early to get a good seat. It's a very important event, as we all know, and even more significant this year because of the recent activities in Ottawa and in Quebec. So I would encourage all veterans and residents of Thompson to come out and observe the day, remember and reflect how thankful we are that we live in a country like Canada.
For sure. Well, Dennis, I'll give you a couple of minutes to maybe promote some upcoming events that are going to be happening in the city.
Sure. Busy weekend again, as always in Thompson. The Norman North Stars are in action against the Eastman Selects. They play on November 8th and 9th. The Saturday night game is at 7:30, and the Sunday game is at 1 o'clock or 1:30, I believe. And also, we have a big concert in town as well. Jimmy Rankin, live in concerts, brought to you by the City of Thompson. That will be at the Lechman Theatre on Saturday night, November 8th, from 8 to 10 p.m. Tickets are available through the rec office. You can call them at 677-7952 for information on that. And the last one I want to bring the community up to speed with is the Rogers Hometown Hockey Tour. Anybody that's been following the tour, we've been announced as one of the 25 communities that will host Ron McLean and the Hometown Hockey Program on March 6th, 7th, and 8th in our community. It happens every Sunday moving forward. It was just recently in Selkirk, where they're featuring communities across Canada. And so it's a huge opportunity for the City of Thompson to be showcased on a national level and exposed to the NHL and Rogers broadcast system. So we're looking forward to that. We're in the process of forming committees and working on the event for that weekend. And so watch thompson.ca for upcoming information on that. But we're really excited about being the host city on March the 8th, where we'll be hosting the broadcast for the game between the Ottawa Senators and the Calgary Flames.
Yeah, some exciting stuff happening. My thanks to Mayor Dennis Fenske for being here on this edition of City Beat. Join us every Thursday morning around 11:30 for more on what's happening around Thompson and City Hall. For 102.9 CHTM, I'm Monika Gould.
City